Do you understand English but still struggle to speak it? You may know many English words and understand simple sentences, but when you try to actually speak, your mind suddenly stops. This flow model shows exactly what happens during that moment of paralysis. A thought originates, but first you think it in your own language. Then you translate it into English and push it into a grammar check bottleneck to ensure you aren't making a mistake. This internal processing delay creates a systemic failure. By the time the thought finally clears that bottleneck and you are ready to speak, the conversational window has closed and the moment is gone. If this happens to you, don't worry. It doesn't mean you have a poor aptitude for language or low intelligence. Your brain has simply developed an ingrained habit of processing English through translation. Achieving true spoken fluency requires completely bypassing the brain's translation mechanism, rather than trying to speed it up. You can start building this bypass protocol today using a zero-friction environment, your own daily life. You don't need complex vocabulary or textbooks, just the physical objects around you. This diagram illustrates the core rule. When you observe an everyday physical object in your room, do not ask yourself what it is called in your native language. You deliberately bypass the translation node and connect the object directly to the English word, door. We can apply this baseline association rapidly. You look at your phone and think, phone. You look at the window, window. You look at your chair, chair. This exercise feels incredibly simplistic at first, but observing and naming physical objects is the necessary first step to overriding a lifelong translation habit. By connecting physical stimuli directly to English vocabulary, you stop treating English as a code to be cracked and start using it as a direct way to describe what you see. Once you can successfully identify static objects, you take a step forward. You transition from passive observation to active self-narration. Instead of just naming things, describe your present state of being. If you are sitting, you think, I'm sitting. If you are holding a device, I'm holding my phone. You can also narrate internal physical states, like I'm tired or I'm hungry. Your morning routine provides a consistent daily sequence where you can practice this internal narration. It offers a closed, predictable set of physical actions. Walk through the sequence using basic phrases at every step. You wake up and think, I'm awake. You check the time, it's 7 o'clock. You walk into the kitchen, I'm hungry. You prepare a beverage, I'm making tea. You take a sip, it's hot. Notice what happened during that sequence. By utilizing highly functional, simple English, you can narrate your entire existence without ever requiring advanced academic vocabulary. As you expand your narration, you will face a primary trap that halts progression: the instinct to construct long, grammatically flawless sentences before you allow yourself to think them. This scale shows the counter-strategy. Many learners try to build one massive, complex sentence, and it collapses. Instead, you rely exclusively on a sturdy stack of micro-sentences to build momentum. I'm busy. I'm ready. I'm late. I'm leaving. Even with micro-sentences, you will encounter a critical friction point. You will look at an object or be in a situation where the specific English vocabulary is genuinely unknown. When this happens, you execute a cognitive pivot. If you forget the word umbrella, you use known, simple words to define its function and bridge the gap. You think, the thing I use when it rains. Your English in these improvised moments will be imperfect, but maintaining communicative momentum is more effective than staying silent. Let's force a practical application of this concept right now. Scan your actual physical room and locate 5 random items. Mentally name each of these items in English. Enforce the strict rule: do not trigger the native language translation loop. Chair, table, phone, window, drawer. If you successfully performed this real-time environmental audit, you proved that this methodology can be executed anywhere, at any time. This diagram illustrates the capstone step. We take those isolated nouns and upgrade them into simple descriptive sentences by adding a basic state. The chair is comfortable. The table is clean. You execute this cycle continuously while cleaning, walking, commuting, or waiting. The final protocol requires very little time. Dedicate exactly 5 minutes a day to narrating your immediate observations, actions, and feelings. Daily practical sentences normalize English thoughts. Over time, these small internal descriptions build the comfort you need to speak without hesitation.